Guys, we're out in the middle of the Coral Sea, floating along on Annecam. We were heading up to Lady Musgrave Island last night. We left well after dark, after a big day with Marine Rescue Bundaberg, rescuing a yacht.
The day started at 0530 hours with a mayday call from a sinking yacht. Turning off the alarms and opening up the boat shed while the crew arrive.
Good morning. We'll show off, I was too early for it. Yeah, now I've got it.
All good?
Yeah. An alarm somewhere, I'll read.
One when I came in yesterday.
Yeah, down the boat shed. Probably a little
With
mate.
the stricken vessel under tow, we got them back into the safety of the Bundaberg Port Marina, nice and early. We even made it onto the local news, thanks to Channel 7, Wide Bay.
Marine rescue volunteers started today with a mayday call. A yacht was sinking off the coast of Elliott Heads.
Their anchor had come loose and punched a hole into the bow of the vessel, and the water was coming in through there.
The rescue chopper located the boat from above, but it was up to VMR to save the day. An early morning rescue isn't uncommon for the volunteers. On average, they respond to a call for help a week, but they need the Bundaberg community to help keep them afloat.
We do rely on the public to keep us afloat for safety equipment, communications equipment, and to help fund the changeover of our vessels.
We do need to replace our inshore vessel to assist the bigger vessel offshore, and that's going to be probably a $350,000 or $350,000 project.
VMR Bundaberg has lost 50% of its fundraising over the last couple of years, with the Family Fishing Classic cancelled twice because of COVID. An online raffle has now been launched on VMR's website. It's hoped $25,000 will be raised.
We're here for the community, and if they support us, we're well placed to support them.
Just to keep you up to speed, we're out on Annecam, floating along out in the Coral Sea. Somewhere between Lady Musgrave, Lady Elliott and the top of Fraser Island. Heading south, or southeast at the moment, because we were intending on going to Lady Musgrave. Last night we set our course for almost due north, a couple of degrees under it, to get up onto the west side of the island, and everything was going well until we got about 2/3 of the way, about 3/4 of the way, 2/3 of the way out there, and the wind sprung up a bit earlier than the forecast, right on our face. We tacked for a while one way, then tacked for a while on the other tack, port and starboard tacks, and it was going to take us around about 7 to 8 hours from that location just to get to the island, let alone into the lagoon and all settled. So I've done the right thing by the crew that we've got on board. They're not up yet, and we bore away, and we're heading in a southeasterly direction towards Fraser Island, and that's going to take us a similar length of time to get there, but because we're running off the prevailing seas and the prevailing wind, it's giving us a much nicer ride. If I catch anything along the way, as in anything worth taking some video of, I'll have a go at capturing it just to show you what we've come across.
Another sunrise at sea.
Looks like we have a squall sneaking up behind us. Rather a nasty looking piece of kit, this one. Might have to reduce a bit of sail. You know what they say, reef early and you shouldn't have any issues. Better off to lose a bit of time this end than waste a lot of time with repairs the other end. Catch you later while I pull the sails in. Squall's still on the way. I don't have the luxury of a lot of our fellow cruisers of having permanent cameras mounted on Annecam. We only have the one GoPro, a mobile phone, and a digital Canon. That's all we use to capture the little bit of footage that we do use. So I had to drop everything, put it in a safe place while I furled the sails in. We're running probably about 25% of our main. Not sure whether you can see this. Oh yes you can. About 25% of our main and no more than about 20% of our Genoa is up because the breeze is just starting to pick up. It's probably noisy on this microphone, on this phone, but that can't be helped. Looking a bit gnarly. Anyway, I'll see whether we have anything that's worth capturing as it's coming through. If I can find a dry spot to capture it with the phone. See ya. The squall's just about upon us. Getting a few spots of water on the teak, raindrops, and I'm just starting to get wet back here in the cockpit. Oh. Excuse our bird netting, but if we don't use that bird netting when we're tied up in the Burnett River, we get smothered in bird poop. And here comes the wind. Very reduced sail and we're still clocking along at close to 8 knots.
Have you ever noticed how a video camera always makes the sea look a lot calmer than it really is? I changed our course 10 degrees to starboard as this fishing trawler showed up ahead. It's always a good idea to give these vessels a very wide berth, as to dodge their nets so you don't become the catch of the day. Our original plan was to sail from the port of Bundaberg up to Lady Musgrave Island, and as the weather changed a bit earlier than the original forecast, we changed our mind and started tracking towards Fraser Island. And then another later forecast came out saying there was a line of squalls and a strong westerly wind change heading our way, so we abandoned all our plans and started heading back to the port of Bundaberg. The sea state started to settle down the closer we got to the land.
Okay guys, we're nearly back. And look what's got up out of bed. Hello Lauren. Lauren and Tom is down the companionway somewhere, stretched out on the forward B berth. They had a pretty wild night up there last night, trying to beat into the waves heading for Musgrave. And we turned around and we came back on the weather report.
Our overall track compliments of Safe TRX, an app that keeps a watch over you while others sleep, and the weather system that has already gone over us, but the one that blew us out of the water. In life, change your thoughts and you change your world. Cheers from us sailing on Annecam.
To get to Lady Musgrave. And with the forecast wind change coming in from the south in a few days, whoop, I'll try that one again. Anyway, we'll see you when I open the camera up next time. Oop.